Now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Thompson.
Look at the tropics in the Atlantic as we have a couple of hurricanes out there. Hurricane Imelda, a minimal Category 1 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 80 miles per hour. Relatively disorganized, but still showing some signs of robustness, those big flare-ups of thunderstorm activity near the center. It will track to the northeast and perhaps even strengthen a little bit. Latest National Hurricane Center forecast gets it to a Category 2 storm with 100-mile-per-hour sustained winds as it approaches Bermuda. So it could be a little bit of a rough time for that island coming up. Now, Umberto has weakened significantly since yesterday. We were still talking about a Category 4 storm late in the morning, but now is the same strength in terms of winds as Imelda, and it will likely continue to weaken in the coming days, directly missing Bermuda, still an influence on their weather, but continuing to fall apart and lose its tropical characteristics in the near future. Now, here in eastern Iowa, nothing like that to worry about. No thunderstorm activity and no other major weather concerns on your first alert for the next 24. Solon City Cam shows the only difference in today's weather, which is some high-level clouds have been moving in. That has done little to stop the warmth, though. Temperatures still at 80 degrees in Solon, 76 in Waterloo, 81 in Dubuque. Dew points well into the 50s or even near 60. Your first alert forecast for this afternoon still expects temperatures to reach the mid to upper 80s for the majority of the area. Exception may be up in Decorah, where it'll only be 83 degrees. If you're headed to the pumpkin patch and are looking for some cooler temperatures, it may be tomorrow would be the one to check out. Although later in the week, things will stay quiet. So if you have weekend pumpkin patch plans, you're not in bad shape there. Now, temperatures overnight will be into the 50s, with 59 in Charles City and Iowa City. Partly cloudy is how we'll characterize it then, too. And you'll see those clouds sort of move through. They will be generally, again, on the thinner side of things as we head through the day today, and little impact. Not expecting precipitation. We still have a very dry air mass and nothing that's going to change that in the immediate future. In fact, a slight easterly wind will be the reason why we see a slightly cooler air mass try to work in tomorrow. However, it will have only very short staying power, and by the time we get toward Thursday, winds will shift again back to the south. And that means warmer temperatures kick back in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Upper 80s will be back, and so we will be very much on the high end of those temperature ranges yet again. More sustainable relief, though, comes early next week. A cold front will be moving toward us Sunday night into Monday. You can see shower and storm activity is possible along it as it approaches, and we'll see some of that move into eastern Iowa late at night and during the day on Monday. That's a good sign for those that want a little bit of rain, and a better sign are those northerly winds that kick in behind it. That will set up that cool down, which will be a notable one. It's going to take us from several days yet of mid to upper 80s for highs for most of us, and push us down into the first upper 70s and then eventually lower 70s for most folks. We're going to keep things, though, otherwise quiet once that front moves through. Could be a little bit of a dose of fall after what has seemed like weeks since we've seen the last one. It'll be nice to see it.